What's going on? What's going on? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you had a great Sunday. I've been home for about 30 minutes. I actually got a cute little story to tell before I get started about the Monks Walk for Peace. I thought first of all I found the story to be interesting, and I wanted to find out. I wanted to read up more about it. I did do some reading about it, not much, but I know enough to. Plus, I got some notes here. I'm gonna be looking at them and sharing with you all what they believe. Because there are three different types of monks, which I didn't know that either. There are Christian monks, Buddhist monks, and I guess traditional monks. I'm not sure. But anyway, first off, let me share my day, my on my way home day. So I'm on my way home. I'm on my little electric scooter, and so I hear somebody say, "Hey, hey, 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 hey." The guy said, "Hey," and so I'm looking back, thinking maybe it's somebody who sees me and knows who I am. And so I stop. I stop, and I look, and it's this guy. This guy say, "Give him his son, give him his son's scooter." So he was pretty much telling me that I had stolen his son's scooter, and he was trying to take it. I said no. He said, "Where'd you get it from?" And I was telling him that somebody was gifted to me. It was a gift. It was a gift, and I said, I'm not giving you anything." And so I was pretty like calm and mellow and everything. I wasn't trying to get upset. But I told him. He said, "Well, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the police." And I said, "Well, call them. You need to call them. You need to actually call them before you do something like put your hands on me. There's a different ball game. I'm trying to be as nice and polite as I can, because I understand the circumstance. You see the shirt. I'm a father too, so I understand if somebody steals something from your child. But I also know that these electric scooters, a lot of people have these scooters. So I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one riding one of these. And the point of the matter is that you shouldn't. First of all, you shouldn't try to take something from anybody. You thinking it's yours. You ask them where they got it from, and the thing is, and then he had to call somebody and tell them, ask him via, because he didn't call the police. He called his wife and asked her if it was at the son's school, because he didn't know even really know what it looked like. And so she said, she looked, let me see it, and he said, she told him, no, that's not it. And so he apologized, and I looked at him like, and I couldn't even be mad at him. I just shook his hand and went about my day. So anyway, that was that. So hold on a second, I didn't even check that. Hold on. But yeah, if you can hear me, say I can hear you before I go any further in this. Say I can hear you. Well, maybe I'll check myself. Let me see. Let's see. Because I didn't even check. Maybe if the volume was off or if it was on. Hi, can you hear me? Say yes, you can hear me if you can hear me. Hi, can you hear me? Can everyone hear me? Okay, good. All right, so let me go into this. Any of you been following this story about have you any of you been following this story about the monk walk for peace? Any of you been following that? Any of you been following that? Because I got a little information about what they believe, and it's a lot of different ones. I mean, it's three different monks that believe three different things. They got Christian monks, they got Buddhist monks, but the monks that are doing the walk for peace are actually Buddhist monks, and so and what they believe is quite interesting. And I thought, it's good to practice whether you a monk or not. But it says that they believe that violence only creates more suffering. They believe that peace begins with inner peace. That's very important. Peace begins with inner peace. Because that's just common sense. But all human life is sacrificed. Walking peaceful. Obviously, they're doing that. So it's a social and political change should be guided by compassion, understanding, and nonviolent actions. Oh man, that's great. So yeah, but the walk is they're doing a walk for as a form of peaceful protest And if you follow King, I don't know Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, was he a Buddhist? Was he a monk? I don't can't remember what Mahatma Gandhi, what Gandhi was. I just say Gandhi. I can't remember what Gandhi was, but that's where Martin Luther King got his philosophy from. His non footballer. But anyway, but I can't remember. I can't remember if what Gandhi was, but at any rate, King believed he took Gandhi's philosophy for nonviolence, and that's how he came up with the nonviolent movement, the nonviolent walk, and it turned out all right. So, those monks that are walking for peace, it's really inspires. It really moves me, and some of the traditions, all of the traditions that I've read so far are good. Something that we all can take. Even if you don't follow them all, I mean, even if you don't, what's wrong with sharing, having compassion for your fellow human being. We're all here together on this planet. So why not try to, instead of trying to spread negative energy, spread positive energy. Because it's enough negative energy out there. So, like I said, I just got off. I didn't get a chance to attend church today, but hopefully I can attend one of these Sundays. I won't be working every Sunday, but yeah, I thought I'd come on and share that, because I'm thinking about that today, this morning, as I got up this morning, thinking about them walking for peace and everything. And like I said before, it really touched my spirit to see them do that. And if they were close, I'd be walking with them. So, not I don't know how far I would walk with them, but if they were close, I'd be walking with them. But I think that's great. Hopefully, but the people in politics are not taking notes of it. They're taking notes of it, but they're not going. It's not going to. In my heart, I don't think it's going to impact any change, especially the people in high places that are watching. But if the people of this country, in my opinion, if the people of this country and the people that I truly believe practice some of these things, then the world could change in a drastic way. And not just with all it takes is a small action to create ripples, as Bruce would say. All it takes is a pebble to drop to create ripples, to create waves, and yeah, that's what you'll have. So while I'm on here, how was everyone's day? How was everyone's day? I shared what I wanted to share. Does anyone know anything else about the monks that they would like to share in the comment section below? Before I get off of here, like I said, I had a hey, how you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. If you haven't checked out my top 20 movies, check that video out. It's down below. This should be down below this one. I went live yesterday and talked about it. My favorite top 20 movies of all time, and I forgot. I was thinking about it today. I said I left off all Eddie Murphy movies off there, and we've got a whole bunch of movies that I like that I left off of there. Especially 48 Hours, The Golden Child. I left that off. The Golden Child, left that off. 48 Hours. Raw, all that good stuff. All those good movies that he was in. Beverly Hills Cop. But yeah, but the list is long. Like I said, I could have put a whole bunch of more movies on there, a lot of more movies on there, but I didn't. But and the great one of the things that I read on there, it says peace, peace begets more peace. That's true, because if you're unhappy inside, then what are you going to project? You can't project happiness. But if you're peaceful and at peace with yourself and with everything else, then obviously you can project that much easier. And so, like I said that to say, like, if I had been in a different mind frame, instead of being in the mind frame I was in, when somebody coming trying to take something from me and you don't even know me, that could have been a problem. That could have been an issue. And I told him that before I left. I said, these little electric scooters that people make, they make a lot of them. So you can't go running and trying to take something from somebody. You talk to them, and if you see, I can understand somebody stole your son's stuff. I understand that, and I appreciate that. I'm a father too, and my kids are grown. But I'm just saying, if somebody took my child's things, of course I want to get it back. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go, especially in the area I was in. I couldn't do it. I could do something like that. I get locked up. But I'm saying that given certain situations, you have to talk to people calmly in a calm voice and ask them about certain things, and you have to get the authorities involved. Get the authorities involved, and try to take matters in your own hands because it could lead in the wrong direction. That's why I'm trying to get him to understand. And so, but it worked out. It worked out fine. Worked out well. Like I said, but if I was in a different mind frame and didn't have just have a certain piece about me, then I could have went a different way. So that's what I'm saying. Like, take some time out. Take some time out in the course of your day, in the start of your day. I'm saying that to say this. Take some time out in the start of your day, in the start of your morning, to pray, to meditate, and to think about certain things. So that way, when you go out, into the world, your mind is clear. Your mind is clear. Your thoughts are clear, and you don't have to react about certain things, be in a certain mind frame to react on people, because the energy is the negative energy is out there. The negative energy is out there, and people are just upset and bitter and sad and depressed and all sorts of things. And so, if two negative people meet and something happens, then anything can pop off. So, you know, uh, so yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I'm kind of tired. It's a game. I see. I checked the score earlier. I see the Eagles won. The Eagles beat the 49ers not too long. I mean, not the Eagles, but the 49ers beat the Eagles not too long ago. And yesterday I didn't see any games. Today I didn't see any games. But who cares? Who cares? Like I said, sometimes a couple things I thought about. A couple things I thought about. And I said this. I said this in my other video too. I say, you know, sometimes when you pray for certain things, you pray for what you pray for. You pray for certain things, and when you get them, you can't complain about what you get, because it's not gonna be, like I said before, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be right up in the bow. It's not gonna be every single thing you want, and you're gonna have to be grateful that God sent it to you. Be grateful God sent it to you. And so that's what I was at when I was thinking about, man, I got to work Saturday and Sunday. I was like, man, I started complaining. I said, wait a minute. You pray for certain things and you got them. Now you're gonna complain about what you got. So, so I had to revamp that. I had to revamp that, and not really necessary to talk about it. But you can tell I'm sleepy. But oh yeah. Hello. I think I just saw the comments. As I'm looking down at this thing, I need to get some glasses. But yeah, hold on a second. Let me get my drink. So yeah, folks. Like I said, hope everyone had a blessed day. Drinking some Coke. Hope everyone had a blessed day. I'll be mindful. Be mindful, and be encouraged. Be encouraged. Like I said, walk for peace. Walking for peace is great. Back in the day, I ain't gonna talk about all that, but a great book. Oh, one of my favorite all-time books. One of my favorite all-time books is a book by It Inspired Me to Do. It Inspired Me to Walk. But a great book by Peter Jennings called Walk Across America. If you haven't read that book, get that book. Order that book. I'm sure they got it on Amazon. I talked to him after I got his book, because he wrote the book a long time ago. And the great thing about his book, what he talks about in his book, is how he was walking and he went into a revival and how he found God and everything. He became like a spiritual walk, a spiritual journey. So, and that, after reading that, it kind of inspired me to do stuff. But that was years ago. My youngest daughter was a baby when I read that book. But yeah. So Walk. It's called Peter. It's called Peter. It's Walk Across America by Peter Jennings. And he used to tell me, I'm surprised people still read that book. I said it's a great book. But he was on Facebook, and I kind of inboxed him and talked to him about it. But that was years ago. But I don't even think he's on Facebook anymore. I don't know if he's still alive or not. But yeah. But great book. So if you're avid reader and you like to read, you should just read it. Even if you're not, pick it up and read it anyway. It's a great book. It's a great book, very inspirational, very inspiring. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. I want to come on. I said I was gonna come on and do something fun today, but after thinking about that earlier this morning, thinking about it today, I figured let me come on and talk about the walk across America, because I mean not walk across America, but the monk peace walk, and how even I don't know when Gandhi was born. I knew years ago because I was anyway. I I don't remember when he was born or what year all of this happened with Gandhi, but the fact that Martin Luther King read about Gandhi and had that impact him and have him change the narrative, because nobody's gonna sit around and get beat. Nobody's gonna sit around and stand still and get beat and let police and everybody beat on him and do nothing about it. Because Malcolm wasn't for that, and so they were both leaders, but Malcolm wasn't for that. But King read Gandhi and followed Gandhi's teaching, and so that would inspire him. Because you could imagine if King had said, "Well, we're gonna meet physical force with soul force," what would have happened to those people? Those people in those lives, they already were lynching and killing them anyway. This would have imagine what would have happened if they would have fought back. It wouldn't have changed anything, because once people saw that these people weren't doing anything, they were walking peacefully, then that impacted the world, and then impact change. The same thing what these monks are doing today. So anyway, it's kind of like history going on in a circle, going around in a circle. But hopefully, if you follow the walk, if you follow them walking and walk with peace. But even if you don't follow the walk, find your inner peace. Find your inner peace, and once you find your inner peace, Once you find your inner peace, then you'll be blessed and you can impact others. So anyway, be safe, be blessed. Life's a journey. And try to evolve, try to learn, and grow every day. And do something impactful. Even if it's a little drop of a ripple in a pond, it's gonna create waves. So be safe, be blessed, and I'll be seeing you. I'm out. Peace out.